What do you mean by plant tissue culture? Plant tissue culture is a collection of techniques used to maintain or grow plant cells, tissues, or organs under sterile condition on a nutrient culture media of known composition. It is widely used to produce clones of a plant in a method known as micropropagation. Why to use micropropagation? Applications of micropropagation in banana has the several advantages. First, rapid multiplication. The rate of multiplication in banana is restricted to 5 to 20 suckers per plant during its growth period, which makes it difficult to obtain sufficient amount of planting material of a clone of choice. Micropropagation facilitates production of large number of plantlets, thus helping in rapid introduction and dissemination of new varieties. Secondly, requirement of limited mother stock. The rapid multiplication technology ensures that limited number of mother plants are required for raising large number of progeny plants. These few mother plants can be maintained with required care at a limited cost. Third application is product uniformity. Being a vegetative reproduction method, micropropagation results in a high degree of genotypic and phenotypic uniformity of the progeny plants. The limited variation seen sometimes can be overcome by following appropriate micropropagation, genetic fidelity testing, and roughing protocols. It is also applicable because it is season independent production. In conventional field propagation, the production of suckers is highly season dependent, and hence availability of planting material in a given season is often a limited factor. The planting season in most of the banana production areas starts with the onset of monsoon, which creates a heavy demand for the planting material, often leading to supply of substandard material. Using micropropagation, the production of planting material can be achieved as per needs. The next advantage of micropropagation is agronomic advantages. Micropropagated plants exhibit uniform growth and maturity, enabling one-time harvesting. The once-over harvest provides a gain of 60 to 70 days, which allows the farmers to take a short duration legume crop that adds to the income and soil fertility. It also saves on labor and energy for transportation. These are major concerns of the growers. By micropropagation, the production of disease-free planting material is possible because the material is free from sucker-borne diseases and pests. The use of healthy planting material complemented with integrated pest management program is the key to a good crop stand in the field. The plant exchange is also facilitated by the plant tissue culture method or micropropagation. The production of plants in test tube facilitates safe movement and easy handling of germplasm between laboratories within and across countries. The micropropagated plants also gives high returns because the progeny is genotypically and phenotypically similar to the mother plant, which is often a superior selection. The yield and the micropropagation also is applicable for the high returns because the progeny is genotypically and phenotypically similar to the mother plant, which is often a superior selection. The yield and returns are expectedly higher. What could be the explant for micropropagation? The shoot tips can be extracted from the pseudostem, suckers, peepers, lateral buds, or even small eyes which contain a shoot meristem. The steps followed for production of micropropagation. First, selection of mother plant and establishment of mother block nursery. Virus indexing of mother plant nursery. Culture initiation. Next, culture proliferation, roughing at various stages of proliferation, rooting and primary hardening accompanied by roughing, secondary hardening accompanied by roughing, fidelity testing and virus indexing at various stages of mass multiplication. Let's visualize a micropropagation technique. First, selection of mother plants and standard requirements for a mother block nursery. While collecting the suckers of banana, we should collect swart suckers which is 50 to 60 days old. The water suckers are avoided because they are not healthy and can't be propagated. Success of in vitro culture depends largely on the choice of nutrient medium, including its chemical composition and physical form. MS media with modification is widely used for the banana tissue culture. MS media has four basic components: macronutrients, micronutrients, vitamins and hormones, and carbon source. To prepare the solid media, agar is used as solidifying agent. It should be melted separately before adding to the final media composition. After reconstitution, the pH is adjusted to 5.8 and then the media is autoclaved at 121 degrees C at 15 lb per inch square pressure for 20 minutes. After autoclaving, the culture medium is stored in a clean, dust-free chamber for 1 to 2 days before use in order to check for any contamination. The suckers are cut to expose the shoot tip of 10 cm cube and cut further to about 3 cm diameter and 5 cm length. The explant should be carefully cut to avoid injury to the growing meristem. The shoot tips are washed in tap water. To avoid contamination during micropropagation, the banana shoot is sterilized by a series of chemicals. It is transferred to a container with 0.1% mercury chloride for 10 minutes and then to 0.1% cetrimide. Then the shoot tips are washed thoroughly under running tap water to remove all traces of the chemicals. Using sharp sterile blade, 1 or 2 outer juvenile leaves and the corm bases are trimmed out. Afterwards, the shoot tips are washed 3 times in sterile water in aseptic condition and the explants trimmed using surgical blade to bring the final size to about 3-4 cm length and 1-2 cm diameter. The explants are inoculated under sterile conditions in 30 ml of initiation medium in a 250 ml glass jar container. The optimum incubation temperature is in the range of 24 to 26 degrees C. Generally, the light intensity is maintained at 1500 to 3000 lux. Initially, the cultures are maintained at 16-hour light and 8-hour dark cycle, and once after rooting, they are shifted 14 hours of light and 10 hours of dark cycle. Successfully initiated cultures are further utilized for multiplication. First subculture is done after 20 to 25 days of initiation when the explants turn green in color. The cultures are first checked for contamination. In general, symptoms of fungal contamination appear within 1 week and bacterial contamination symptoms like change of medium and texture or visible colonies appear within 1 week to 1 month. For subculturing, the outer dead tissue from the base of the explant is removed and 1 or 2 leaf bases are peeled till the fresh meristematic tips get exposed. The apical meristem is cut with 2 gentle cross incisions and the explant is transferred to subculture medium. During 20 to 25 days after the first subculture, the central meristem produces clusters of proliferating buds and 1 to 3 auxiliary buds. During 20 to 25 days after the first subculture, the central meristem produces clusters of proliferating buds and 1 to 3 auxiliary buds get regenerated from the basal parts of X plant around the central apical meristem. This is repeated for 6 to 7 cycles, which will give approximately 1000 shoots of banana, which finally goes for rooting as individual plantlet. Once the plantlets are ready for shifting outside the laboratory, they are carefully acclimatized to adapt to the external environment. The plantlets from culture vessel are moved from the laboratory to a room at ambient temperature and kept open for 4 to 6 days. Later, they are shifted to greenhouse for primary hardening, where they are first gently washed free of agar medium. This is important as sucrose in agar encourages microorganisms. 8 cm shoots with 3 to 4 ramified roots are planted in individual micropods in a pot tray. In places where weather is conducive, 24 to 26 degrees C temperature and more than 80% humidity, the plantlets are hardened for 4 to 6 weeks in mini sand beds. During this period, 90 to 95% humidity is maintained for the initial 6 to 8 days under diffused light. The humidity is slowly reduced to 70%, light intensity raised to normal, and temperatures brought to 26 degrees C by the end of 6 weeks. After primary hardening for 5 to 6 weeks, the plantlets are transferred from micropods to polybags. Base substrate is generally soil and sand along with low-cost materials like coir pith, sawdust or rice husk. Organic manure is either in the form of farmyard manure or poultry manure. Plantlets from micropods are dipped in fungicide solution, for example 0.1% bavivestine, and planted in polybags containing suitable substrate. Initially, these are maintained in low light intensity, shade nets, and 70% relative humidity. The plants are hardened by gradually increasing the light intensity and reducing relative humidity to 40%. After 5 to 6 weeks, the plants become ready for field planting, having 3 to 5 well-developed leaves and a good mass of fibrous roots.